Tell me something that happened to you that is like your personal proof that there's more to the world than what we can see. Because one time my father-in-law's spirit communicated to me that he had passed away and we didn't even know it. This was actually only about a year ago. My husband and his siblings had a pretty strained relationship with his dad because for the previous couple years, his dad had gotten into a relationship with this very manipulative woman. She did what abusers do and she isolated him from his family. And meanwhile, it seemed that she was spending all the little bit of money that this man had. There had been a lot of drama going down that resulted in everybody just kind of not talking for a while. But we all figured that one day he would come around. Now, see, I'm in a little mom group, right? Like, just a little group of friends, and we're all moms, and we have play dates with our toddlers and everything, okay? And one of the moms was nice enough to be like, hey, I'm gonna set up a tour of a firehouse. Because firefighters are known to do that. Like, you can take a little field trip around their station, and they'll show you how everything works. They'll let you climb onto their fire truck. Like, it's cool, right? Kids love that shit. It just so happens that my father-in-law was a retired firefighter. Like, he had been a firefighter for many, many years. So this little fire station tour ends up being on a Saturday. My husband is off on weekends. So I was like, hey, do you want to come with us? And he was like, I don't want to interrupt your mom thing, but maybe I'll drive you guys and then we can spend time together like that, you know? So we get on the road and it's kind of quiet and I feel compelled for some reason to ask him, did you have any dreams last night? Because we always talk about what kind of weird dreams we have, right? Sometimes they're prophetic, sometimes they're just weird and silly. But I usually don't just straight up ask, like, did you have any dreams? Like, I just said that. I just asked that. I don't know why. So he goes, yeah, actually, I did have a weird dream. He says that he had a dream that a red cardinal bird landed on his shoulder, right? And in his dream, he's talking to me and he's like, babe, look, there's a bird on my shoulder. Like, this never happens. And the bird walks down his arm and onto like his forearm. And on his wrist, in this dream, he has like this bracelet on that kind of looks like just like a black cord that's tied in a knot. And the bird goes up to the bracelet and starts pecking at it and unties the knot. So he tells me about this dream and he's like, that just seems so symbolic. And I'm like, yeah, we're trying to figure out what that could mean. My husband is an Aries, cardinal Aries. Okay, so we're making that connection. So then I Google, what does a red cardinal mean in your dream? And it says that it means you're getting a message from a past loved one. So my husband is like, oh, that's cool. It must be like my grandparents or something. Like, you know, like just trying to make sense of it, right? We don't really know exactly what this could mean, but there's clearly some meaning behind it, okay? So anyway, we get to the fire station. My husband sat in the car with our youngest who was sleeping. Well, I took our 3-year-old at the time into the fire station, met up with all the moms, got a tour. So we get to the end of the tour and I'm like, I want to ask, like, the chief firefighter guy that was talking to us, like, I want to ask him if he knows, like, my father-in-law, or, like, knew him, right? Because this is the city, not the exact station, but it is the city where my father-in-law was a firefighter, and usually they all kind of know each other, right? Or at least, like, know of each other. So I go up to the guy, and usually I'm not, like, a very talkative person, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, super outgoing, but in this case, I was like, it was like eating at me. I was like, I want to ask him. Like, I want to ask. So finally, I have my moment. I go up and I'm like, hey, did you know so-and-so, my father-in-law? And he goes, yeah, he was an interesting guy. And then he goes, yeah, the whole crew, like, we're all going to the memorial right after this tour. Like, they're all about to hop into the truck and go to the memorial. What memorial? What do you mean? So I'm like, what memorial? And he says something like, yeah, I'm really sorry for your loss. So I'm like, wait. He died? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, hold on. Like, and I feel really awkward. I'm like, this guy must be like, what is going on right now? I'm like, what is going on right now? So I'm like, listen, like, we haven't been in contact with him recently, so I don't know what's going on. Like, I didn't know what? And he's like, yeah. He gave me a little bit more detail that he knew, but it wasn't much. And I kept confirming, like, it's so-and-so, like, his first and last name, like, so-and-so. And he's like, yeah. And the shock in my face is clear. Like, I'm like, and I feel like all the moms in my, like, little mom group are looking at me like, what? Like, what? Why is she, like, talking to this guy like that? Like, the tour's over, so I'm like, I'm gonna walk out with everybody else. And then I'm gonna have to go to the car and tell my husband that his dad passed away. So I'm just kind of like in stunned silence as we all like say thank you and we walk outside, and then some of the moms are kind of like, what, like what's going on? And I try to explain it to them. It's very confusing for me, but especially for someone watching, they probably think I'm like a compulsive liar or something, because what kind of situation is this? So I say goodbye to all the moms and I go out to the car. I put my daughter in the car first. I get everything secure. I get into the passenger seat and my husband's like, oh, how'd it go? I'm like, listen, I need to tell you something. And I take his hands and I say, listen, the firefighter in there said that your dad passed away. And I'm feeling really weird that I'm the one giving him this news. Like, it's like, how am I hearing this first? His brother doesn't know about this. His mom doesn't know about this. Nobody knows about this. How am I the one that knows about this? How am I the one that's breaking the news? So obviously my husband's like, what? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any other details. Like, go talk to the firefighters. They said they're gonna leave and go to the memorial right now. So my husband runs up to the door. The door, I'm watching him from the car. The door is locked. You can't just walk into a fire station. So he's like knocking on the door, and it takes them a while to answer. And they give him like a paper, which is like the details to the memorial. And it's literally happening. It's literally happening like within the next 15 minutes. And we happen to be down the street from where it's happening. So we get in the car. My husband starts driving to where the memorial is. And meanwhile, he's calling his mom and his brother, who live together conveniently. So he's telling them like what happened. And everyone is so confused. Long story short, when we get to the funeral home, my husband goes in and he sees all these people that knew his dad, but like no family, like no close family. Like, it's like distant family and like old coworkers. And he's like, why do all these people know? And me and my brother and my mom and everybody doesn't know. And it's literally all because of the dad's evil girlfriend that set all this up and ended up like kind of stealing the dad's money, like legally stealing it, like manipulated him to like sign everything over to her. And while he's at that funeral home, they kick him out. The girlfriend has everybody kick him out. She had lied to everybody and told them something about all of the dad's immediate family. All of the dad's immediate family, apparently, we're all the bad people. Okay? And meanwhile, I'm just sitting in the car with our kids because I can't, like, leave them. So I'm watching from the window. There's all these people that my husband knew as a kid that were, like, coworkers with his dad. And they're literally standing outside saying, this is private property. You need to leave. And he's like, this is my dad's funeral. And they're like, yeah, well, you can have, like, you can set up another memorial, but this one is set up by the girlfriend. So you have to leave. She doesn't want you here. And obviously my husband is, like, heartbroken because he's like, these are guys, like firefighters that my husband knew, that like was friends and coworkers with his dad. He knew since he was a kid. So at one point I even went up there and I'm like, why are you guys treating him like this? Like, he just found out his dad died. So like just think about that. That memorial would have come and gone and we wouldn't have even known about it. We wouldn't have even known that he died for so long. How is it that I found out right before the memorial? It's like his spirit wanted us to go there and know about it and reveal like the evil that was being done by the girlfriend. And then the dream that my husband had the night before that he just so happened to tell me about on the way to the place. Listen to this. So it's a cardinal, right? So we're like, okay, my husband is an Aries. So cardinal Aries. Well, his dad also an Aries. Untying a knot that was tied to my husband. It's like he died and realized that he had screwed up his relationship with him, and now his spirit was trying to, like, make things right. It probably sounds like I'm making this shit up, and I'm not. Like, this has to be the craziest thing that ever happened to me, and it's not even, like, my story, really. Like, it's my husband's story, and so indirectly it's mine, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was used as, like, a messenger that day. Anyway, by the way, I did tell this story about a year ago when it happened, like when it first happened, but I didn't have as much followers back then, so I'm retelling it now. And therefore, if you heard it before, it was me, it's my story. I'm not stealing anybody's stories. I just retell them sometimes because it's crazy, okay? It's crazy enough to tell twice, right? Let me know what you think in the comments.